Brother, every man carries a battle inside between who he is and who he knows he ought to be, and you will hurt either way. You either choose the pain of discipline or the pain of regret, but only one of those hills is worth dying on. So choose with care. It's all on you. The cavalry is not coming. Body is coming to rescue you. You can point fingers at others all you want, and you can keep blaming people for the next 80 years, but you will never live a life with real purpose. You are what you are and where you are because of the choices you make. You create the thoughts that you keep thinking, and it's all on you. As a man thinketh, so he becomes. It is time for you to step away for a season. Not forever, but for a while. In that quiet, hidden season, you will grow into the new you, the one you really are. I'm at that point in my life now where I'm locking in. I can't keep worrying about distractions and things that don't serve my purpose because everything I do now shapes what my future looks like. So I'm locked in and I'm focused. Mornings when you rise early and grind. Those nights when you stay up late and keep working. Those moments when you don't feel like it, when you're too tired, when you don't want to push, but you push anyway. That is the dream. That's the real dream. It's not the end goal. It's the road. If you can really grasp that, then what you'll watch happen is that you won't just reach your dreams. Your dreams won't just happen. Something even bigger will. Tell yourself again and again, I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I can do anything I set my mind to. And it's amazing but true, you become what you think about most of the time. You also become what you say to yourself most of the time. That means you accept total responsibility for your life. This part matters so much because right now you are leaving your old life behind, the limiting beliefs that held you back all this time. You are letting go of what does not match the person you are becoming. Time does not fit that old way of thinking. Time feels scarce. And if we think only in terms of time, which is a human-made thing, we say we only have so much. I'll be happy when I graduate. I'll be happy when I land that first job. And it goes on and on. Guess what? You tie your happiness to an outcome on a timeline. That time never really comes. To be happy, enjoy the steady, daily, persistent, no-quit chase of your potential. That is happiness. Enjoy the steady, persistent pursuit of your potential. And you must know your potential. What do you want? Every day, keep going after it. Persistent and without quitting. And enjoy that chase. Why consistency? I believe consistency is the most important thing because being consistent raises your awareness. The lesson is this: don't limit your doorway into success. Keep going after your potential consistently and persistently and learn to love it. That's all I did. There must come a point in your life when what you want is far bigger than where you are. You are so uncomfortable with the gap, the distance between your dream, what you are called to do, what you can do, and where you are today becomes clear and painful. That tension pulls on you. Truly believe that at the end of your life, you will be introduced to the person you could have been, the person you were designed to be, the person God made you to be. Chasing that person every single day. I'm chasing that version of me. That pull keeps me moving. I chose the easy path once. The easy road will never take you to the person you're meant to be. Never. And if you don't get obsessed with chasing that future you will end up never meeting him. People put too much pressure on themselves to have some giant vision. We're not all Steve Jobs. We don't all wake up with a world-changing dream. But you can find a vision. It doesn't even have to be yours at first. You can join someone else's. We found Martin Luther King Jr. We found Mahatma Gandhi. We found Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, people with big visions. And many say, I love that vision. You don't have to start with your own vision, but I do believe you must find one. Some of you only dream within your bank account. Some of your thoughts and visions are so big, bold, and beautiful that you talk yourself out of them by saying, I can't afford that. I'm here to remind you, when people laugh at your ideas and your dreams, it's usually because they don't have their own. People without dreams often become dream killers. People without a vision often become vision killers. They want to talk you out of yours. They have no dreams for themselves. Real hope. Keep dreaming. Dream bigger. Anytime you feel happy or unhappy, miserable or joyful, ecstatic or in agony, ever you feel, pleasant or unpleasant, remember it is coming from within you and can only come from within. You can get triggered by what happens outside, or you can create your own inner trigger, but the experience is still made inside. If you miss this one key point, you feel miserable, you'll keep thinking it's this person or that event or that thing out there. That won't work. Most people miss this basic truth. Whenever they feel bad, they blame something outside, but all human experience is generated from within. The harder you chase it out there, the further away you go from what you want. The first step is to create balance inside. Once there is balance, you can build anything on top. Many of us run on old patterns where we try to get our needs met through other people. We have to start inward first. We must learn to fill ourselves, meet our own needs in honest ways, so we can then share those needs clearly and honestly with others. Does not need another perfect person. The world needs you. You are trying. You are doing what you can. Give yourself a break. Stop thinking you must be flawless. There will be days when you feel underwater. That's okay. You'll get through. You'll figure it out. It is not about being perfect. It's about being you. The mind tries to be the boss of you. It tells you to stop, to quit right here. Once you break through that wall and start taking down the mental governor you installed yourself, because yes, we forget we control our mind. The other way around, you begin to reprogram it. You tell yourself, we're fine. We got this. It hurts. It's okay. You don't need to do anything wrong for life to spin out of control. That idea is scary, but not hopeless. It still says there is a path forward. The way forward is to live with some nobility, so you can stand yourself and even respect yourself as someone who can face deep vulnerability and suffering. How? Start by refusing deceit, especially in your words, and by taking responsibility for your life's conditions, trying in your own way to improve them. If you help people willingly face what they avoid and fear, the very things they must overcome to reach their goals, they grow stronger. Success isn't rocket science. Find what you don't know, learn it, and do what you've been avoiding. That is how you get the life you say you want. I wanted the unfamiliar. People do not invite the unfamiliar because we are more committed to familiar discomfort than to unfamiliar possibility. New experiences, but try to keep the same habits because they feel familiar. Some of those habits aren't even comfortable, just familiar. People stay in relationships that aren't comfortable because they're familiar. People stay at jobs that aren't comfortable because they're familiar. That's the crazy part. We often choose familiar pain over unfamiliar potential. Help people see themselves beyond their conditioning and circumstances. Remind them they have greatness within. Greatness is not automatic. It's a daily choice. You must put yourself in steady discomfort to bring your greatness out. You must reach outside your comfort zone. Every day I look forward to inspiring people to reach higher and see that what they've done so far is only the tip of the iceberg of what's possible. A lot of what you need can be found in shame, guilt, conscience, anger, interest, engagement, and beauty. There are many doors. If you are angry at something in the world, that anger is moral. It's saying, this is wrong. Maybe you are the one to do something about it in your own way. It might take your whole life to figure it out. Negative emotions can be a path to change. I'm not saying they're pretty. They can crush you and leave you empty. They can go wrong. But shame is a useful one. Ask, am I ashamed of? Can I fix any part of it? Maybe you're so crushed by shame that you feel hopeless and done. Ask, what if I could be a little less ashamed? If I work on the things I'm ashamed of, will life feel a bit lighter? In my experience, that often works. There are winners, there are losers, and there are many who simply haven't learned how to win yet. They need a little help, some guidance, a different plan, a tweak that opens the door to a new future. They need access to the power already inside them. If you don't do what you can do, that's the disaster. Are you at least as joyful as you were at age 5? If at 35 or 40 you're not as bright and playful as that child you once were, back when nothing was under your control, you've slipped behind square one. That's a shame. Never before has any generation had the convenience and comfort we enjoy today. Never before has survival been so organized. If not now, when? In the past, great teachers could speak and maybe 10 people would hear. Today, we can talk to the world at once. If with all this, we do not help humanity grow more loving, joyful, and alive, it means we do not care. I refuse to leave this world that way. Tiny shifts make huge changes. It's never too late to say, I am enough. I can give and receive love. If you hand someone else the power to make you feel good, you also give them the power to make you feel bad. If you learn to encourage yourself, you feel much better. It makes you a bit bulletproof. You still need people. We all do. But the way you speak to yourself matters. Start with, I am enough. Learn to do some things you dislike so you can do more of what you love. There are no rewards without sacrifice. Imagine how far you'd be if you did the work even when you didn't feel like it. People think winning is complicated, but the most basic rule is to do what you said you would do even when it becomes inconvenient. Practice, 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 and don't accept quitting as an option. Maybe the word isn't repetition. Maybe it's persistence. We all repeat things, few of us persist. Go do what you want to do. Don't accept no. If you love what you do and it brings you joy, all the hard work and persistence will pay off. A guidance counselor once told me not to play basketball, that it would never work for me. His doubt made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams. You can stop their limits from becoming your reality. Your dreams are yours. The more you worship comfort, the less you value progress. Discomfort is required for a full life. Are made to face hard things, set goals and reach them, and build something great. The only thing that makes it feel hard is the resistance in your mind. Embrace the hard. That is where you find your real purpose. I can't do that. The brain struggles with negatives. Don't tell your mind what not to do. When you fixate on obstacles, you only notice obstacles. Focus on the path through the trees, and you'll see the path. Where there are tests, there is growth. You cannot grow without tests. Don't resist. Run. Don't retreat. Fight, navigate, and find your way through so you can grow into the person you're meant to be. Procrastination is fear in disguise. Fear is hard to admit, but you cannot create anything of real value without both self-doubt and self-belief. Without doubt, you get lazy. Without belief, you never succeed. The magic you're chasing is inside the work you keep avoiding. You know the thing you should be doing, improving your health, writing, advancing your career. The magic is in the work you avoid. Everyone wants to be a star. Everyone wants success. You have to work for it. If you truly want success, you must do the work. Change isn't just behavior change or results change or process change. It's identity change. The way to becoming someone is by doing what that someone does. Every time you sit to write, you are a writer. Every time you practice a sport, you are an athlete. Every time you paint or play music, you are an artist. Habits aren't only the method for external success. They are the way we change inside and become someone new. They are how we shape our identity and our deepest beliefs about who we are. Change your habits and you can change your life. The keys to success are simple. First, decide exactly what you want, write it down, and make a plan. Second, decide the price you must pay and resolve to pay it. Some people will rattle you. You'll wonder, wrong with me. I'm not crazy. That is why you must choose, on purpose, to stand up inside yourself, work on yourself, watch your inner talk. It sets the quality of your life. Realists are not afraid to look at the rough side of life. They sharpen their eyes by watching details, reading people's intentions, seeing what hides in the shadows behind the shiny surface. You must learn to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. You are more alone than you think. That should not scare you, it should free you. When you prove to yourself that you can handle things on your own, you feel a deep freedom. You are not waiting for someone else to do it for you. You trust that you can face hard situations and manage them. Dependency is a habit that comes easy. Culture hands out crutches, experts for everything, pills for any unease, small pleasures to kill time, jobs that keep you just floating. It's hard to resist. Once you give in, it becomes a kind of prison. You keep looking outward for help, and that limits your options. When the big decision comes, as it will, you have nothing inside to lean on. In the end, the biggest question is, what is the purpose of your life? Why are you here? You've got to jump. Take that gift on your back and jump. Pull the cord. You can play safe and avoid cuts and scrapes. You can stand on the cliff and stay safe forever. But if you never jump, I promise you this, your parachute will never open. You'll never know. If you want to be more, you risk being locked out. You have to get up. You have to work hard. This is your 24 hours. You do with this day will decide where you are tomorrow and the next day. People should focus on the 24 hours they have. Oprah has 24. Bill Gates has 24. Warren Buffett has 24. In that same time, you can either build your life or break it. Strength isn't always standing with the crowd. Sometimes it's standing alone. The world gets quiet and your struggle feels unseen. Remember, every great warrior has fought battles alone. Use that quiet to grow, to focus, and to become unstoppable. You don't need anyone's permission to rise. Your strength is enough. Some of you say, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be the best at this company. But your values say you love sleep more than the grind. Your values say you consume more than you produce. You spend more than you make because you're a consumer first. You're reading all the books, repeating what they say, but your values are not aligned with that advice. If you want to go to the next level, your values must change. Talent and good intentions are not enough. You must be brave and strategic. If you live to please others, if fear or your past drives you, it's time to free yourself. Decide, consciously choose what your life will be about. Choose your purpose on purpose. I will not go quietly into that good night. I will rage against the dying of the light. I will practice random kindness and senseless acts of beauty. Minds are like parachutes. They only work when open. To use your head, you'll sometimes have to go out of your mind. If you're a wonder seeker, if you believe, like Carl Sagan, that understanding is a kind of ecstasy. If you hunger for the sublime, then learn to control your attention. Learn to guide your thoughts, because the words you choose shape the way you see the world, and that view shapes your world in return. You are the painting and the brush. You are the camera and the scene. You are the question and the answer you seek. You are also still the question. You are everything. We are everything. We are sentient. Our consciousness, the most astonishing thing in the universe. So start writing your story on purpose. Turn your life into a living work of art. Anything less would be a tragedy. Consider the price of not acting. People think inaction is free. It isn't. You don't get to avoid choosing. Not choosing is still a choice. Every minute you delay a decision, you are choosing. Everything that has happened in your life has happened for a reason. You can look back and see the dots that brought you here. Each dot gave you a person, an experience, a lesson, a skill, or a bit of wisdom that is now part of you. Standing here today, you are on another dot. This dot is part of the map leading you where you're meant to go. I'm talking about making promises to yourself. If you say, work out at this time, keep that promise. I will eat this way, keep that promise. I will cut down social media, keep that promise. I will remove negative people, keep that promise. Small promises may feel tiny now, but over time they stack up and build massive confidence. Your confidence is your reputation with yourself. What is most real might be what remains when times are hardest. That's different from saying only material things are real. What is real is what carries you through disaster. we keep delaying. Why? Because we haven't accepted the truth. We don't feel worthy. We don't feel good enough. So we sabotage ourselves by avoiding the essentials and staying busy with trivial things. We claim we have no time. There are people with natural gifts I'll never have. So what? We all have limits. That doesn't mean quit. It means go be the best you can be. Stronger, faster, wiser. How close can you get to your greatness? Dreams without goals are just dreams and breed disappointment. To reach goals, you need discipline and consistency. The road to lasting happiness runs through disciplined behavior. Discipline eats motivation for breakfast. Motivation is nice when it shows up. It's extra fuel. But discipline is what you need. Ask, would tomorrow's you want today's you to do? Tomorrow's you wants you to keep the promise you made. That's why discipline matters more. Many people feel disconnected from themselves and can't even dream again. When you are confident, you will still have temporary defeats. When you lack confidence, you will call those defeats failure and give up. That's how people become average and stay average. That's how years pass and you look at someone and say, they had so much potential, but they never launched. It's because they accepted doubt and let it erode their confidence. Nothing in life is permanent. Everything changes. You can either react to change or take part in it. It's happening either way. Plan your day every day. Work hard. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. I don't know why. Isn't fair. What will you do? Will you get angry and lash out? Will you let the situation control your mood and actions? Or will you lead? Face it with courage and resolve. Step up. Be the one others look to. Take the hit. Absorb the negativity. Draw fire. If you wake up and start with negative thoughts, this isn't my day. I got up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't feel like myself. Stop, pause for a moment, and list everything you're grateful for, not what you want. What you have more than you think. You just haven't taken inventory in a while. You can walk. That's a blessing. You woke up. Another blessing, you can see, think, and reason. Another blessing, I could name dozens more without even knowing you. Coat your mind with gratitude. It will change everything. One is walking down the aisle to live your life for you. No one can make your choices as a leader but you. You must be confident. But confidence comes from work. Comes from running through so many scenarios in your mind and in your practice that when the moment comes, you act with competence. You are prepared already. Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning. Winners do as much as possible and still wonder if they're being lazy. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. Some things in life are beyond your control. You can't change them. You must live with them. Your choice is to give up or keep going. What will you believe? Yourself or everyone else's judgment? Will you believe the voices that call you a failure? Say you are unlikable. Say no one cares. Hard things happen outside your control. Our first move is to try to control and manage it all. If we can't, we get frustrated and mad. An older man told me once, can't speed up the river and you can't slow it down. At a certain point, you've got to have some faith. We all want that person in the huddle on our team who says, not done, not now. We're not quitting, not now. Why? Because I was born for now. I was born for this moment. I was born to stand with you. The only question is, who is coming with me? Maybe you're here because you need this. Maybe you need to dust off your dream. Maybe you need to open your imagination again. Maybe you just need to name your gift, so you stop tripping over your own feet while trying to figure out what to do, when God already planted it in you long ago. In the very act of standing up and fighting on, you become and remain unbroken. When you step out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's the point of the storm. When you cannot control what is happening, control how you respond. That is where your power is. You have this big dream, you can see clearly, somewhere along the path, that dream turns into a nightmare. Then come the questions, why am I here? Am I good enough? I know those questions. If you don't have answers ready, you will quit. The answers are in the repetitions. Do not forget the reps you have put into mastering your craft today. Always return to the basics. Adapt to yourself and grow yourself. There are times when you fall and feel like you can't get up. You pretend everything is fine when it isn't. You go home, lie in bed with no one watching, no one to impress, and fear walks in. Maybe you doubt your future. Maybe you don't know what's coming and it scares you. Maybe you worry about what people think and say. Fear can freeze you. I want to ask you, do you believe you have hope? The villain and the hero almost always share the same beginning: pain. The villain often carries a scar or limp that shows an old wound. The hero has been hurt too. The difference is what they did with the pain. The hero says, "Let this happen to others. I'm going to stop the villain." The villain says, "I'll get revenge. I got hurt, so I'll hurt others." The hero looks at the same hard situation and says, "Okay, this got tougher. That will make the story better when we win." I believe none of us receive a dream by accident. The dream is given for the purpose of being fulfilled. I don't know your dream, care how crazy it looks or how many times you've been disappointed. If you hold that dream in your mind, it is possible. You can be much more than you are. The limits of that are beyond what you can imagine. We get hurt and either we avoid it because it's too painful, or we don't know how to handle it. Without noticing, hurt becomes anger, and anger over time turns into bitterness. It changes the way we live. Your life's plan must include a deep belief in your own dignity, your worth, somebody-ness. Don't let anyone make you feel like you are nobody. Always know you matter. Always know your life has meaning. Can't see the full story God is writing with our lives. But know this: what you face now is a chapter in your book. It's just a chapter, not the whole story. Let one chapter define the rest. Every person who stirs up your sorrow, anger, frustration, depression, disappointment, or rage has come into your life to teach you love. We are all great. We should think of ourselves as great. If you don't, ask why. Why won't you think the highest of yourself together and stop tripping? You're in process. God is processing you. There are winners, there are losers, and there are people who have not learned how to win yet. Have faith that you're doing what you're meant to do. Believe your destiny is real and you are living it. People wait for the right time to start. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Do the thing you always wanted to do. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to become great. Do it tomorrow. Who promised you tomorrow? I'll do it next month. Who promised you that? Life changes fast. We get arrogant and think time is guaranteed. It isn't. You are what you are and where you are because of what you've let into your mind. Change what you feed your mind, and you can change who and where you are. People carry a small, shallow picture of themselves that doesn't match the real person inside. Your identity is built from who you believe you are and who you believe you are not. Every day, do something that moves you toward your goal. Keep it alive and in sight. Even the smallest step counts. Take it, do it, make it happen. The goal won't achieve itself. It is all on you.